Good morning. I almost said Monday. It's Friday, but doesn't feel like Friday. For the longest time, Kevin's always been off on Fridays, so this like new change of him working is throwing me off. So he's not actually like working today. Yesterday he had he went to headquarters and they did like a team building day. And then today is their actual like team building day. So they all went fishing together back in Jacksonville. We're just gonna hang out today. I don't have much on my list to do. I already unloaded the dishwasher and vacuumed this morning. I'm working on putting the laundry room back together from yesterday morning's issues we had with the water overflowing. I thought everything was gonna be dry by this morning, but I think because of the fog, it's very like dewy outside. So all the mats are not dry. So I've laid them out, so hopefully they'll be dry in a few hours when the sun pops out. And then I can get the laundry room officially put back together and be done with that. But other than that, the house is caught up on everything. Tonight I'm making provolone ravioli, which is something that I have never made before. So I'll be making that for the first time. And I'm trying to figure out if I want to make, I don't even know if I have extra meatballs to make with it, but I'm trying to figure out if I want to make meatballs with it. It's going to be a new recipe, like all over, because we use Primal Kitchen pizza sauce as like a spaghetti sauce, but it's really hard to find. There's only one Publix that we know of in Jacksonville that we used to frequent from the rental, that had the pizza sauce in, morning kisses, had the pizza sauce that they carried it. So the Publix that we go to that's here, they had a different one. So we went ahead and grabbed it. It's a vodka sauce. So that's what I'm gonna make the ravioli in tonight. I have fresh ravioli for me and Lou, and then for Kevin, I'm making provolone ravioli. I mean, it sounds good. A lot of people said it's another recipe that I found on Facebook in like a keto group that a lot of people were like, it makes me feel like I'm having pasta, like it's delicious. So we're gonna give it a test. We're gonna give it a try. I'm making my own ravioli filling. I'm gonna do cheese, ricotta, mozzarella, Parmesan. So should be good. I'm gonna hope he likes it. Tomorrow we have kind of a full busy day. There's a farmer's market I wanna go to. So we're gonna take Lucas' tricycle and hit up the farmer's market. And then after we go to the farmer's market and see what veggies and fruit we can buy from there, we're gonna go to Publix, which is also in the town of the farmer's market, and do our weekly shop, and then come back here and then I don't know what Kevin has planned for the rest of the day Saturday, but that's our weekly forecast. Sunday, I'll be baking and catching up on stuff for the week, so never ending here. All right, I took a shower and did my hair for this weekend. So hopefully there's rain in the forecast for tomorrow, and I'm really hoping that it doesn't rain because I want to go to this farmer's market thing and the rain would absolutely ruin it. I love that. I love that we have like a little circuit that we can use his trike in the house where it's nice and air conditioned. We do this for probably 35 to 45 minutes a day, where I just go in circles, go in a figure 8 through the living room and the kitchen. Whoa. Whoa. And he absolutely loves it. I also finally found a website that I could make like, I don't know how to explain it, like kits on. So like lists, like Amazon lists, since Amazon took that option away from me. So I've been working on making those. So right now I have a home favorites, which has like all the stuff that we bought for this house when we moved in. So if you see something like our toilet paper holders, my makeup vanity, my makeup stool, our couch, stuff like that. Ooh, I should put our light fixtures because we got all of those off Amazon too. So the only one that I think we didn't buy off Amazon is our front porch one. We got that one at Home Depot. But I now can like link those back into my description of my YouTube videos so you guys can find that. So like I said, I have home favorites right now. I've got kitchen favorites, toddler favorites, which is all the stuff that we've been using since Lucas turned 1. I'm gonna work on the baby favorites list tonight. And what other ones do I have? I've got a couple different lists going. Like our kitchen bar stools are listed on there. So super simple. You go on there. The link is in the description for each of the lists. Oh, Kevin's favorites are on there too. And then it just takes you to Amazon and you can buy them, and then I get a little kickback from you buying them. But I love using Amazon because especially now that Luca's like, who the hell are you talking to? I love using Amazon, especially now because we're not near any stores. So anytime that I want something and don't want to go gallivanting out to other cities to find, I've just been using Amazon. And Amazon just has some like cheap and affordable options, especially when it comes to furniture and stuff like the bar stools. So anyhow, I just thought that I would share my finds with you guys. And then, like I said, I just make a little bit of commission off of it for you guys clicking on my link and then buying things. So helps me out, lets me be able to stay here and stay home with Luca and then make a little extra income myself. So anyhow, I'm gonna keep working on my lists tonight after I put Luca down for bed. Kevin is still out fishing. All right, so Luca just woke up from his second nap and I got, oh, sorry, did I scare you, Nico? I got the laundry room put back together. So the mat has been washed. I let it air dry out in the sun, had opened it up. It's like a peel mat. So our other mat was, it was only open on the ends and the sides were connected, but this one, it's only connected on one side, so you can completely peel it open and clean it. So I really love that. It does a great job. I may make like a cat, I don't know. I may add it to my home essentials. Anyhow, so that's the water bowl that freaking sucks. And I put it in this thing that we got when Luca was in the hospital, and they brought it to me to clean his bottles in. So I have a couple of these and the water bowl fits perfectly in there. So now if the water bowl overflows, it'll be caught in that basin and we won't have an issue. So this is all put back together. I'm hoping this weekend maybe we can get our floating shelves hung so then these can get up off the floor. I had them up here on top of our washer, but then anytime the washer did like a final spin cycle, they would clank together. Kevin's on his way home. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not, but he said that it was a horrible fishing experience. Set you guys down so I can change the water in my plants up here. He said it was a bad experience, that the charters sucked, like the captain sucked. He said that the fish weren't biting, and then once they did start biting, that the captain was like, all right, let's pack it up and head in. But like, I understand that part because you have to have like travel time back into, they went out to the ocean. So you have to have travel time back to the dock because you only have the ship boat for a certain amount of time. So anyhow, he said it was very bad. They didn't catch anything. This is the vodka sauce that we're using. I haven't opened it yet to smell it. So interested to see how that is, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my cookie sheets. I think I'll probably only need one, maybe, with my silicone pads on it. I don't know, we'll see. And get that ready because I think everything's gonna not take very long. So I have fresh pasta in the fridge that I'm gonna cook and it says 5 minutes. I just have to heat this up, and then Kevin's pasta takes 5 minutes. Then I add the filling or make the filling and then cook it for an additional 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm thinking that his can cook while mine cooks and we won't have an issue. So I may go ahead and make the filling now, just to have that done, and then I'll just pop it back in the fridge. So I just popped the vodka sauce to give it a sniff, good old sniff test. And it smells good. I need to look up, oh my gosh. I need to look up what is vodka sauce. I mean, I guess I could look at the ingredients. Anyhow, it smells really good, but one of the things that I plan on doing this coming week in my baking and my cooking is I want to make red sauce and then freeze it. So it's gonna be my very first time making my own red sauce, like pasta sauce kind of thing. I found an easy recipe online. So we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see if we like it, because honestly, that Primal Kitchen is very expensive. So if I can get my pasta sauce to taste somewhat like Primal Kitchen's pasta sauces, I'll be very happy. Okay, so I've got my silicone sheet out, which I think is going to be the best bet for peeling them up. I was able to fit 8 on here and 12 come in a pack. So I have 2 packs. So I've got some of my tops here, and then I have the other tops in the fridge still. It looks like dough, does it not? Kind of crazy. Anyhow, I've got my water getting ready to start boiling. I've got the pasta sauce in the back on a low heat to try to start warming it up, but nothing too crazy, nothing too fast. I did taste it and it tastes freaking delicious. It tastes almost exactly like the other one that we love. So I don't know. I don't know. I know it's got a lot of ingredients in it, like a lot of really random stuff. So anyhow, after I make my own red sauce, I may look at trying to redo a vodka sauce and see if I like maybe vodka sauce is better. So we'll see. We'll have to play around. I'll have to try a bunch of different red sauce recipes until I finally find one that I like. Don't make your container so cute and then the sticker impossible to get off. So all right, Kevin's getting close, so I have started my pasta. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in his first round. Cook those for 5 minutes. Okay, time to pull them out. I was not expecting them to look like this. Okay. I wasn't expecting them to fan out as much as they did. They now have holes in them. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work, but let's scoop our filling. All right, so our filling is on. Now we top with our next thing of cheese. All right, there we go. I almost just touched the pan with my bare hands. That would have been absolutely horrible. All right, another 4 minutes. All right, so I'm like, I guess I let them sit and cool for a second. I don't know, they look good. They're the size of freaking dinner plates. So I'm gonna let them cool. Kevin just got home, he's hopping in the shower. See how easy these are to move. Okay. All right, y'all, here it is. Here's 3 of them. I didn't want to load his plate up too much. I'm very interested to see what you think of your keto pasta.
That's really good.
Does it give you the feeling of pasta?
Yeah, it's like a ravioli.
Okay. Good morning, and I don't think I ever showed you guys, but we did end up getting the Costco nugget dupe. and we just have parts everywhere because there's so many of them, but we really do love it. Yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on that. It was a great price. If you have a friend with a Costco membership and they can pick one up for you, if you're looking for a nugget, I highly suggest it. Making something a little different for breakfast this morning, and I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but in my head it sounds delicious. So I heated up some of my roasted potatoes. I just made some scrambled eggs, and I've got my guacamole dip, and I'm gonna layer them together. It's gonna be like, not me saying, it's gonna be Southwestern because it's got like guacamole dip, but I don't know. I think it should be good. The only thing that might clash is the egg and the guacamole, but I'm willing to give it a try. That's stupidly delicious. All right, I am ready for the day. Kevin said that he was gonna go change his lawnmower blades and that he would be done and back inside before Luca woke up, but now he's out mowing, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. But I put on the shorts that I got from the Swap and Shop today to wear, and they fit incredibly well. So I'm very happy that I got them. I'll show you guys in a second. But yeah, I'm just waiting for Luca to wake up. He should be waking up literally in a minute now. So these are the shorts. Not bad. Real quick, in and out. The storm clouds are rolling in and everyone's about to pack up because it ends at 1, but we got a whole boatload of I got fresh raw honey. I got a bunch of fruit, and I got a bunch of vegetables too. My mind is just empty. There's nothing going on up there. Go tackle our pellets list. Well, I kind of forgot to film it, but I did make pork chops. I've made them before. They're just the smothered ones. Throw them in a dish and put your favorite dip on top. Cook them at 350 for 30 minutes. Then I made this okra that I found the recipe for on Pinterest. It was just like a screenshot recipe. So I was unsure how it was gonna work, but it was really good. We got it today at the farmer's market, and it is absolutely delicious. Good morning. It is Sunday morning, and it's Cinco de Mayo. So Luca's down for his first nap already. Kevin just left to go to the hardware store because we were originally going to put our shelves that we had in my office in our laundry room here. But Kevin did not like, so the two shelves that I had when put together are too long for the space we need, and then Kevin didn't like the idea of having a short shelf there. So we talked about it, and he's gonna go get a piece of wood from the hardware store and some different brackets and hang a shelf that's about the length of our washer and dryer. And then our laundry room will be closer to being done. I am gonna make like a burrito casserole tonight, 2 different ways, one way for me and Luca and one way for Kevin, so his is keto. And yeah, I need to make the breakfast for the week, which I'm making a breakfast pizza. So I'm gonna go bang that out really quick. And oh, I'm also making granola bars for myself for today, for this week. So the granola bars that I'm making are almond butter, banana, chocolate chip granola bars, and I'm very excited about it. Also, I was just like on Pinterest this morning looking at other recipes, and I found this recipe that I want to make Luca possibly next week. And they are, we love banana in this house. They are banana cinnamon rolls. Everything's homemade, obviously. And I was like, I wonder if I can make my own puff pastry instead of having to buy puff pastry. So I start looking into how to make like a simple basic puff pastry, and I need a food processor. I'm like, perfect, I have a food processor. Well, come to find out, the food processor that I bought a while back is like a real basic one. Doesn't do much. Does like one thing, which is like mix, but it's only 3 cups. So I need a food processor, and that does like dough slicing, stuff like that, which I did not realize when I bought the other food processor. I just thought, I did not look into food processors enough apparently when I bought my other one. So anyhow, Kevin bought me a bougie food processor. So this is like the bouge of the one that I have. So I have a 3 cup currently. He got me the 13 cup, which does slicing, dough, shredding, grating, like all of this kind of different stuff. So I'm very excited because no longer will I cut my thumb slicing cheese. I can use my food processor to grate my cheese blocks. So I'm super, super excited about that because it's going to cut down on time for cooking. And then I can also use it to like slice veggies, tons of stuff. So I'm very, very excited about that. But the main reason that I got it was to make this puff pastry dough so that I can make Luca banana cinnamon rolls next week. So yeah, today we're just preparing for the week, knocking some stuff out around the house. So let's go. All right, so Kevin's breakfasts have been put in their little meal prep containers. So those are ready to go. He's only working 3.5 possibly days this week because Thursday our flooring people are coming. So he took the day off for that. But yeah, I'm excited. I think it turned out really good. I think he's really gonna like it. And there was leftover of the topping stuff for me for the week. So I like to toast my bread and then put it over my own bread. And then I took out my granola bars after it said that they were done. But I think they actually need like 5 more minutes. It said 20 to 25 minutes cook for, and I cooked it for 20. But maybe I didn't spread them as thin as I should have because the middle is still kind of mushy. So I'm gonna pop them in for another like 5 to 7 minutes and then let them cool.
What are you doing again? What are you doing in that bucket? What are you doing in that bucket?
So Kevin came back, dropped off the stuff, had lunch, and he is out to go explore our property. He hasn't like actually walked our property since, man, like when we first bought it. So he's out to, he's out to go find all of the property markers. So anyhow, I don't know how long that's gonna take. Okay, so I just put Luca down for his second nap. Kevin is making his way back up towards the front of the property, and I just cut up the granola bars. To me, they're like the perfect thickness, but I don't know if they're too thick. Because the middle of them, like the middle of the pan, was still kind of what it seems like undercooked. I think they're good. To me, it tastes like banana bread too. So like, they're really delicious. Just these ones that I'm eating, I'm not gonna eat all of them, but these ones that are left over here are just like a little squishy. So honestly, they'll probably be good for Luca. Kevin wants me to come outside because he's going to shoot his gun because he's on the back corner of our property. And he wants to know if I can hear it or not, so. All right, I'm ready. Yep, I heard it.
Was it loud?
Sounded like when our neighbors shoot their guns.
Okay, I'm gonna take this picture from where I'm at.
Okay. He also said that he's at the back corner, but he can see our house from back there. So he's going to take a picture. Hopefully he's been, I've been telling him to take pictures as he's going. Cause he's like, I found a blackberry bush and like, I found this dead tree and all this stuff. I'm like, take a picture, take a picture. But anyhow.
Going on an adventure today. I'm going to venture out on the property. I haven't ventured out since the tree company was here last year doing their tree harvesting, but I definitely am prepared. I got communication back to Gabby and bringing a rifle just in case I pop up on something that is unfriendly, and going to be taking pictures of each one of our property markers. All right, so I've made it probably 1 acre back, and man, I don't know if you can see the reflection in my glasses. This stuff has grown exponentially. This stuff is taller than me. As you can see, this is where the tree company came in and harvested trees, which then this grass started growing, and since it's been a year, it's gotten pretty tall. But I'm just walking the property line right now, just looking for property markers. So I found a property marker on the backside of our neighbor's property. So I should be continuing west from here. And if you look, there's actually an old fence post. So there must have been some kind of fence back here at some point in time. In my hunt for property markers, here's one right here that shows our property line. I have come across blackberries. Maybe I'll venture out here in a couple weeks and harvest some blackberries for Luca to try. Well, still hunting for property markers, but I found some animal tracks in the mud. And then I found this big giant tree right where a property marker is supposed to be. So I'm going to call that our property marker. So in my search for property markers, I just wanted to take a second and just look at all this beauty that's on the property. Got some tall trees still, and the growth that's happened in the past year with all these ferns. I know that this is a beautiful spot that Gabby would love to be at because of all the plants. And it's got a nice little canopy for us to hang out away from the sun's shades. It's like 98 degrees right now outside, and I'm relatively cool. But moving on. Look at this tree. It's freaking massive. It's still growing though. You see all the limbs coming off of it. Say about 10, 20 years, this thing will be a nice little hunting blind. So I made it to one of the corners of our property that is the furthest point away from our house. And I just cannot find a property marker. There's trailing markers where the tree company put in where the corner is supposed to be. I'm standing right at it, and there's no marker anywhere that I can see. So here's another tree, and I'm gonna say that's our property marker. kind of ridiculous. While looking for this property marker, I found this turtle hole. Kind of get closer and see if there's a turtle in it. Nope, no turtle, just dirt. Did I mention, or did Gabby mention the state of our property before we cleared it out? It kind of looked like this, just a bunch of trees. Not really anything to build on, but I've stumbled across the same thing that we dealt with on our property prior to us building the house. A tire graveyard. Look at all these freaking tires on our property. I can't believe I didn't see this before. There's just so many tires. I'm hoping I can be able to take these and get them out of here later in life. But good Lord. Just so many tires. There's got to be at least 100. Well, I ventured through the unknown. Didn't go straight across the middle, just kind of walked around the perimeter. But I have finally made my way to a clearing where, if you can see it, there's our house. So I'm going to start making my way back up to the house, and I'll let you know when I get there. All right, I made it back. Gabby's happy I didn't get hurt, but I'm tired. That was a trek, but I definitely found a way to get to the very back easier. So for the next time, if Gabby wants to go, maybe. We'll have to have somebody babysitting Luca, but we'll make it to the back. But I'm happy.
That was like a 2.5 hour round trip for you to do all that.
Yeah, I think if I didn't have to go through all of those weeds and bushes and stuff going north,
yeah,
I think I would have made it back easier or faster. But that's a mile all the way around our property and back.
Yeah, you should have put the activity jogger on your watch and it would have mapped it.
Ah, damn it. Now I'll do that next time.
I thought about that, like, once you got all the way to the back,
yeah.
and I was like, damn.
It'll make things easier, too.
Yeah.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
It's a good thing that Kevin did his little trek earlier because we got a storm rolling in, but he's grabbing stuff so we can do the shelf in our laundry room. So he got a piece of wood and we're gonna put it here.
Now that I have taken a little nap from my adventure, I am now going to install a floating shelf for our laundry stuff to sit on, because currently it's kind of just on the ground. So got some supplies from Home Depot earlier today and I'm going to install them.
So I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, but I did 2 different dinners tonight. Well, the same dinner, just different meats, because I forgot that Kevin can't have refried beans. So I did regular meat for him, refried beans for me, and I used the last of my roasted potatoes on the top of mine, because when I order my burritos from Taco Bell, I always get the potatoes put in mine. So I'm thinking it's gonna be like the perfect way to use up the rest of my potatoes, and I think it's gonna be delicious. So I'm very excited for dinner tonight. All right, so both of them have been pulled out and they're cooling. Kevin, I think, is finishing up the shelf, and then we're gonna have dinner. Very excited about this. And I've got a little bit of my guacamole left, so I'm very excited about that part.
And just like that, we have a shelf. Looks pretty good. You go.
This is very good. Luca finally tried his. He likes it.
I'm in love with this.
Kevin also likes it. So this will be something that
Staying in the book.
Yep, for sure. So I got the dryer balls in their little container. I freaking love it. I don't actually use the scent beads. I use the scent beads in our vacuum to keep our vacuum smelling fresh. Anyhow, now I need to kind of like tackle this and get it a little bit more organized. All right. I did a little digging through my closet and found some stuff. So, I found a little basket to put our shoes in. So now that's here. I moved the stuff for the vacuum down here. I found this basket that we weren't using. So I put the towels and stuff in it. These two baskets now match and they just have cleaning stuff. So my mop heads. And then this is like cat things. So we are getting more organized. So good morning, it is Monday. Luca has, I don't know if I told you guys this yesterday, Luca has 3 of his molars have popped through and 1 is like about to pop through on the bottom. So his top 2 are through and this one's through. This one's like almost there. So he's been having a little issue with being comfy. He's a little bit more clingy. He's really breastfeeding a lot more. And at first I thought he originally was just going through like a growth spurt or something until 2 days ago, we saw a little bit of white and Kevin was like, I think he has a molar coming in. And then the following day it was like there. His teeth never come through like that. His teeth always like poke through and then it'll be like a little tiny poked through tooth for like, it feels like weeks. And then it'll finally fully erupt. This molar was like, hey guys, I'm about to erupt. And then it was like, I'm here. Now he has 8, 9, 10, 11, about to be 12 teeth. And he's just not having a good time. Hold on, let me give you a little farmer's market tea in a second. Let me give him his meat. Okay, so farmer's market tea. Kevin thinks we got at the farmer's market. So when we went there, I was under the impression it was a farmer's market. It was like 95% art and like clothing, jewelry, stuff like that. And then there was one farmer, like vegetable and fruit stall. And then there was one honey, like raw honey lady. We did get raw honey and she was legit. But we got $20 worth of stuff from the farmer, right? I knew some of it was not from his farm, like bananas. They had a barcode on them. I'm trying to think what else we grabbed that. He had pineapples and I'm like, I know you did not grow pineapples, which maybe should have been a red flag. He had some other fruit and stuff that had barcodes on them. And I was like, where are you getting these that have barcodes? I was just like, in my head, I'm like, so anyhow, we get our vegetables and our fruit. And I got Luca blueberries, we got zucchini, we got these pear apple hybrid things. We got, yeah, we got just a bunch of stuff. But I'm looking at these blueberries this morning and I thought it was weird, okay? I noticed that he did this while I was trying to check out, but I was also kind of just like keeping aware of my surroundings and keeping an eye on Luca at the same time. Kevin had him in his little tricycle, but being a mom, you know, you're always like not focused really on what you're doing. Anyhow, so we originally had like $11 worth of stuff because I had listed on my phone what I needed from Publix, and I was like, if they have it at the farmer's market, I'll just get it there instead of getting it at Publix. So I picked up the stuff that I needed that he had, and it came out to 11 bucks. Kevin handed him a 20 and he was like, do you have anything smaller? Kevin's like, no, sorry, I only have 20s. And Kevin was like, do you take like card or anything? Because he had a little square card reader. The guy was like, yeah. And then Kevin like said, well, why don't, he looked at me and he was like, why don't you just pick out more and we'll just give him the 20 and we'll get $20 worth of fruit and like veggies and stuff. And I was like, okay. So then I picked out some more stuff. That's when I got like the zucchini and stuff, because zucchini and green beans, that was the other thing I got. Green beans were not on my list, but I was like, they look good and I'll grab them. So anyhow, I'm fixing Luca's breakfast. Oh, back to what he did, the sleight of hand that he did. So he was loading all my stuff up into a bag as I was listing out like and kind of piling together what I wanted. And he was like, okay, that's $20. And I was like, okay, perfect. He was like, was there anything else that you needed? And he didn't move the blueberries that I had grabbed that were in a little like container. He didn't put them in my bag. So I was like, oh, and the blueberries too. And he was like, oh, I already put them in your bag. And I was like, oh, okay. Cause the ones I chose are still in front of me, but whatever. So we get back home and these blueberries are in like a bag, like a clear bag. And I noticed they're a little like juicy. And I'm like, we've never gotten blueberries that look almost like they came from a can. Like they have like a juice about them. So we come home, I'm organizing the drawer and I'm like, I need to get these things out of the bags because I'm afraid if I leave them in these bags that he put them in, they're going to like mold or something, because a lot of them had like popped condensation in the bag. And I was like, they need to like air and, you know, be able to breathe. So I took the blueberries out of the bag and I put them in a mason jar. As I'm pouring the blueberries, I'm like, they smell incredibly sweet. Like they smell good. They smell like blueberries, but they almost smell like artificial blueberries. So they definitely are like not fresh blueberries. They're very much like came in a juice. They're all wet. Like all of my blueberries that I get from Publix always come dry. They may be like a little moist from like condensation, but they don't have like a juice or a syrup on them. And the ones that I picked out that were in the container were dry blueberries. They were not a syrup blueberry. So he did a sleight of hand and gave us whatever these are. And they almost smell like blueberry pie filling or something. I don't know. But I'm just like, we're never going back to that farmer's market. This is actually an art market with 2 farming people. Anyhow, we got. I think that this man claims that he is a farmer's market stand and sells fresh produce, but I do believe that he goes to the store and buys it and then resells it. So do I really feel like we got $20 worth of produce? Like if we went to Publix? I don't know. I feel like we got a lot of stuff for $20, but it's definitely not from a farm. So there's a man that lives like 1 street over this way, and he has a farm and has a farm stand out in front of his house and sells stuff. So we're gonna use him next. He has a lot of things, so we're gonna give him a try. We know he's an actual farmer and the stuff is coming from his land. The other thing that Kevin was like, I think we got because I was looking at his potatoes and they were too clean. They were grocery store clean. He was like, have you ever seen a potato come from ground? It's dirty as heck. No one's going to scrub their potatoes to then bring them to a farmer's market. They're just going to leave them, you know, a little bit dusty, dirty and let you buy them. And I was like, damn, you're right. So anyhow, we got at the farmer's market. I am excited that I got my honey. We got this one and it is gallberry honey. I can't show you the front because it has our farm on it and it shows where we live. But I'm very excited about the gallberry honey. So, I wanted raw honey. It been wanting raw honey from our area for a little while because I heard it's supposed to help with your allergies and stuff. So I want to start incorporating it into our food and stuff like that. I think I would like to get some tea bags and maybe start making some, like have those on hand. So if my throat starts hurting or whatever, I can make tea and put a little honey in it. That sounds delicious. But anyhow, I still can't get over that I think we got at the farmer's market. All right, I made Luca some muffins. I realized after I put them in this pan, I should have made him mini muffins. So I realized after I had poured them in that container that I should have used my baby muffin pan instead of my adult muffin pan, but it's fine. So right now Lou is having some Cheerios and a pouch, which I need to take out another one. He's almost done with these pouches that I made him last week. He's going through them pretty quickly because he actually really loves them. I want to make now our turkey meatballs with rice. So I need to cook 3/4. See, I'm like, how do I make 3/4 cup of cooked rice? Because I feel like 1 cup of uncooked rice makes more than 1 cup of cooked rice. So I need to figure that out. All right, I've come to learn that rice triples when you cook it. So I made 1/4 cup of dry rice. I've got it in my rice cooker now. And once that gets done, then I will start on the rest of the stuff, I think. So I did add a little bit of plain breadcrumbs to these because I think because my carrots were frozen and then I thawed them, that they were a little bit more watery than they were supposed to be. So I needed a little bit of a stiffener, but I've got them out on the baking sheet. It said to put some water underneath them. So I have my dish of water to put underneath them. I'm about to pop them in and they cook for 20 minutes, flipping halfway through. All right, Luca's meatballs are done and they smell really good. They smell kind of Asian because of the sesame oil that's in them. So I'm excited for him to try them later tonight and see what he thinks. So Luca's about to go down for his second nap and I think I'm going to bang out making the bang bang. That's funny. Yeah, the bang bang sauce. I'm gonna bang out make the bang bang sauce while he's napping. I was thinking of going ahead and making the shrimp too, but I think the shrimp are gonna be best fresh. Kevin's not gonna be able to eat them fresh, but that's okay. So anyhow. Luca is down for his second nap. I made the bang bang sauce and now I am, even though it's only Tuesday, I'm going ahead and I am starting meal planning so I don't have to do it all in one sitting. I just sit on Pinterest and I search and I search and I search until something sounds good and then I add it. So it's kind of relaxing to me. I just scroll and see what recipes I can find, whether they're keto, whether they're low carb, or if they're regular recipes. I figure out how I can make them keto so Kevin can have them. So I'm gonna pop on YouTube and I'm going to just look at recipes and start my Publix list of things that don't typically go on sale or things that I know that I need that I may forget. And then I'll re-look at it once the Publix ad comes out, like Thursday. All right, Luca is up from his second nap. I'm going to start on the shrimp. Last I checked, they were still frozen, even though I took them out. They are still frozen, so I'm gonna have to run them through cold water. I don't think I've ever successfully been able to like thaw frozen shrimp in the fridge without having to run it through cold water. So if someone has a hack other than like letting it stay in the fridge for like 3 days, let me know, because it's annoying. Okay, so I'm preparing Kevin's dinner for when he gets home, his lunch for tomorrow, and I'm preparing my dinner right now. So I used a wrap. I cut up some lettuce, some avocado, and some cucumber. So I'm gonna lay my shrimp on here and then add my sauce, give it a try. I'm gonna heat up Luca's dinner and we're gonna eat. I got distracted. I started making Kevin's food. So I'm gonna take a bite of mine really quick before the shrimp isn't warm anymore. One just flew out. Ooh, that sauce. That sauce is going to be like my go-to sushi sauce. That is so good. And that's exciting because next week I plan to make like sushi bowls. So that's gonna be so good. Oh my God. Wow, that makes me so excited. Here's Kevin's lunch tomorrow. His dinner for tonight. I just need to top this with the sauce. And halfway through mine, I'm about to heat up his meal. Good morning. It is Tuesday, and I'm really not sure if I said yesterday was Tuesday. I may have said Monday for a brief second. I thought it was Monday, and then 2 times yesterday I was like, wow, tomorrow's Wednesday, and the week is just flying by when it was Monday. So anyhow, we have PT today. Today is PT, and I need to make my new coffee creamer today, which is a little more complex than my last couple recipes. So I'm making simple syrup today for the first time, which is interesting to me. The coffee creamer that I'm making is Italian sweet cream coffee creamer. I'm very excited for it because I love almond. So I'm thinking it's gonna be delicious. I used to really like Italian sweet cream coffee creamer from Coffee Mate before they changed the recipe on it and made it gross. So I'm excited to make it, give it a try. I've got my last Funfetti cup here. I'm gonna drink this, and we don't have much on our list to do today. Living out here in the country, I am not prepared. I'm not ready. I'm not versed with the critters and the bugs that have been making their way into our house. So I don't know if I told y'all, about a month, a little over a month ago now, maybe a month and a half ago, it was at night. All of it happens at night. it was at night. We were sitting in our bed watching TV, and Key jumps down off the bed and starts like going after something. And I was like, oh, it's a cockroach. Like, Kevin, go check it out. So he goes over. It was behind our TV in our bedroom. He goes over, like, the dresser. It was a centipede, but like a stinging centipede, like a big, big centipede, okay? Never seen one of those in my life. So Kevin had to catch it and get rid of it. And I was like, oh my fucking God, what if that would have crawled in bed with me? I'm panicking, I'm freaking out. And I thought that was gonna be the worst of it. I was like, okay, all right, now I just have to watch out for centipedes, you know? Last night, my worst fear came true of what to find in the house. Kevin comes home from work early, okay? And I'm like, okay, cool. The cat's water dish was acting up last night, which thank God. So I let him know, like, hey, I need you to look at the water dish. And he was like, okay. So he goes and he looks at the water dish. He gets done. He comes in our doorway and he goes, he said, I was half asleep. He said something of, guess what I just caught in our house for the first time? Let me tell you, the excited sound in that boy's voice made my stomach drop to my butthole. And I said, what? He said, a scorpion. I'm sorry, what? A scorpion, y'all. So anyhow, then he proceeded to bring it to me in bed, dangle it over my side of the bed in like a cloth. And I was like, okay, please get it out of here. Anyhow, he did not kill it. He re-released it to the outside. Just get rid of it. I said it knew of a happy life inside the house, and now it's going to do its best to make its way back in. So, anyhow, also the spiders we have here are ridiculously huge. Ridiculously huge. Spiders are like the worst of my worries right now. I used to, when we first moved in here, I was like, oh, spiders, high on my list. Terrifying. Now it's scorpions and centipedes. I tell you, nothing makes time fly Nothing makes time fly faster than your child taking a nap and you just kind of like decompressing. That hour and a half just absolutely flew by. So I had leftover rice yesterday from the meatballs that I made Luca. I just threw it in the fridge. And then last night we had leftover stuff after I made those tacos, or those bang bang shrimp lettuce wraps. And I was like, you know, it'd be really good for lunch tomorrow. Like a sushi bowl, essentially. This is so good. This 100% gives me like hibachi sushi vibes with the rice. And the bang bang shrimp sauce, y'all. I no longer need to leave the house when I have a sushi craving. And I'm so excited because there's no sushi areas. There's no sushi places here around us, which was really sad to me because I was a very big sushi eater when we were in Jacksonville. So I love this so, so much. I'm working on Luca's pouches. So right now I'm gonna do 3 apples, 2 of these pear apples, which we got at the farmer's market thing that we got ripped off at. And then I have kale in the bottom of here. So I'm hoping the kale is going to blend nicely in there. I don't really have like a creamy aspect to this one, so it's gonna be more of just like an apple and pear sauce pouch. So we'll see. All right, so it made a kale applesauce. So I'm going to see how many pouches it fills because it's only about up to here. So it only made about 2.5 cups. Yeah, about 2 cups. So we'll see. I've got 5 pouches pulled out. Luca's over here working on his lunch slowly. He's smearing a lot of it onto the puffy chair insert and then licking it off. But if that's how he wants to eat it, that's how he wants to eat it. And I'm okay with that, so. Made 4 pouches. So I guess that one's kind of a good one to test run and see if he even likes the kale. I have been trying to make ones that he's had before that we've gotten from Publix, and he's had a kale apple one from Publix that he really liked, but I don't remember it looking like that one. So we'll see. Right now he's having one of his avocado based ones and he loves this one. So if he doesn't end up liking the applesauce with the kale, essentially, then I'll go back to making avocado based ones because I know avocado is really good for him. So he just smashed this pouch. So anyhow, we've got about an hour before therapy. So we're doing good. I'm gonna get this all cleaned up now. I also, after I was talking about how the critters around here are just ginormous, I come out from getting him from his first nap, and guess what Key has stumbled upon? A giant jumping spider. And I used to see jumping spiders all the time on like my TikTok For You page, like people building enclosures for jumping spiders and keeping them as pets and stuff. And I was always like, dang, jumping spiders are so small. Like, why would anybody want to keep a jumping spider? Okay, they must be keeping the jumping spiders that I keep finding here in my house because these things are this big. They're huge. And they look like they have huge pinchers on the front, but I don't think they do. I think it's just their arms. But I currently have him, he's in my trash, my vacuum canister because Kevin was like, you need to quit killing them. Which is kind of what I was doing before. He was like, because not ones this size, but if I would find spiders in the house, I was killing them. And he was like, you need to stop doing that because what if they have babies on them? I was like, oh, you're right. So, well, that escalated quickly. I started dinner. I made chicken, kielbasa, broccoli, Alfredo. This is Kevin's noodles, skinny pasta heating up. Me and Luca's noodles in the back. And then I've got shrimp to throw in Kevin's in the last like couple minutes of his heating up. The shrimp are pre-cooked, so they don't need much of anything. I'm just pretty much waiting on our pasta to finish. It's got about 10 more minutes. And then after that, dinner is ready. All right, good morning. It is Wednesday and I have my coffee here cooling with my new coffee creamer. That is the sweet Italian cream coffee creamer. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for dinner because I did not take out any meat yesterday and that could be okay, it could not. Basically, I have a couple of recipes that don't need meat. I was like, well, we got zucchini from the fake farmer dude. So I was on Pinterest last night just scrolling, trying to like get ahead for next week. And I saw someone make like a zucchini red sauce, kind of like bake. And I was like, you know what, that may be good. But then I was like, I'm gonna need mozzarella. Let me look and see what other things I need mozzarella for. And my first recipe that I came across that I need mozzarella, I need 6 cups of mozzarella. Yeah, I need 6 cups of mozzarella and I have 1 8-ounce block of mozzarella cream cheese. Just mozzarella, not cream cheese, mozzarella. So I don't know how that happened. I don't know. Anyhow, let's try our coffee creamer. It's really weird. I can like smell the coffee creamer when I bring the coffee to my nose, right? But I can't taste the almond. Like I can smell the almond when I bring my coffee cup up, but I can't really taste it. And at that point, I'm not sure what to do. because I don't know if I want to add more almond. I mean, it's definitely sweet. I'm just hoping that I didn't add the stuff into the simple syrup too early and it burned off the flavor, because I saw that that was a possibility and I am a little impatient. So it's definitely not as like heavy as my other coffee creamers, because it's made with milk and heavy whipping cream and not sweetened condensed milk and milk as a base. So it's way lighter, and it says that you can froth it if you want. I don't know. I don't really taste it, which is a bummer, because it smells delicious. I think I would give this another try, but I would fully let the simple syrup cool down before I added the extracts next time, because I think I might have burnt the flavor off a little bit. And I'm afraid to add more extract to this because I'm not sure if it'll incorporate completely. I mean, I guess it would. I don't know. I'll finish this coffee cup and then I may add more almond extract to this, because it did say that you could double the almond that was in here. So we'll see. I may make some tweaks to this one. My red sauce just got finished. I'm gonna let it cool down and then I'm going to blend it, because I don't like chunky sauce. So once it's cooled down and blended, I'm going to put it over here in my mason jar and then pop it in the fridge for tonight. What is going on with my hair? I think I told you guys that I needed to use, oh yeah, I did, the zucchini. So I found a like lasagna zucchini recipe, which works out perfectly because I have ricotta in the fridge and I'm pretty sure that I don't have any other recipes this week that calls for the ricotta. So yeah, I don't. So that's gonna work out perfectly. That's gonna get that out of the fridge. I'm gonna use the zucchinis that we picked up. I am going to somehow incorporate meatballs into the zucchini lasagna bake. They're frozen, so I may just leave some sauce out because I only need 2 cups of sauce for this lasagna bake. So I may like use the rest of the sauce to heat up the meatballs on the stovetop, because I don't think I'm going to be able to put them in the lasagna bake and then cook properly, because it's literally like layered lasagna. So anyhow, Alicia's on her way over. She's going to also make bread. I'm about to do my second stretch and fold, and then I have one more stretch and fold, and then I have to let it plop it out, let it rest 15 minutes, and then bake it. So I wanted to offset mine because last time we overloaded the oven with bread when we made it together, and her bread turned out crunchy on the bottom, like too crunchy. So about 3 loaves is the max that my oven can do at one time. Luca's about to wake up from his first nap, and we're gonna do lunch really quick. He's gonna have leftovers from last night, so fettuccine. So anyhow, I'm excited. We're gonna have fresh bread for the pasta tonight. This red sauce smells really good, and I'm really proud of myself because it looks really good too. I didn't finely dice the onion because I knew I was gonna blend it, so I wasn't worried about that. But I'm very excited for this because if this is a good red sauce recipe, then I may like double it, bulk make it, and then freeze it in like bricks. I need to find like a super cube. I think that's what it's called. Or something to freeze larger bricks of soup or sauces so then I can deep freeze them. And then, oh, the other update. Kevin called me this morning and told me that the flooring people who are supposed to be here tomorrow, who are the same, it's the same design team as our cabinet people. It's the same like location, the same store. It's just a different division. They called him and was like, can we come another day? So Kevin told them, no, we can't reschedule because I already took the day off work. So you guys canceled on us last minute for the cabinets the day of last time. This is unacceptable. Like, if you're gonna make an appointment, you need to keep it. And she was like, I guess I'll figure it out. Yeah, ma'am, figure it out. So they're still coming tomorrow. Luca's starting to stir. They're still coming tomorrow to look at our floors. They're going to look at how it's laid. Kevin's gonna go over like the mushy spots, the areas that have peeled up, and all of that jazz. And then they're supposed to also acid wash Luca's bathroom. So we'll see. Well, the sauce is Luca approved. He's got meatballs and zucchini. I made myself like a meatball sub. And then I've got the rest of the stuff over there cooling. Alicia left to head home. It's 5 o'clock now, so we're gonna do dinner and then we're gonna play a little bit. Luca didn't take a fantastic second nap, so he'll be going to bed a little bit earlier tonight, but that kind of works out because tonight is Kevin's last night teaching. And then Kevin will be around in the evenings again, which will be nice. So I washed up my KitchenAid mixer. Did I show you guys that I got this for Mother's Day? It's a 13-cup KitchenAid mixer that literally does absolutely everything. Luke is crawling his way over to me. But I need to cut up cheese. Like I need to slice grate cheese. So I'm gonna put it to the test. And we're gonna grate some cheese. That worked incredibly well. Super simple. I love it. What do you think? Was it fun? It's cheese. He's kind of confused by it. Cheese. Huh. So it's Wednesday. I'm not sure if I've said that. No, it's Thursday. I'm not sure if I've said that yet. But the flooring people came, well, our luxury vinyl plank people came earlier this morning and looked at our flooring and said that everything is fine. All of the movement that we have is like within regulation or something. So he said that like all of that is fine. the soft spots that we feel, none of them were too soft. And then we weren't even complaining about our pantry. Honestly, I don't pay much attention to the pantry because I mean, I go in there and grab stuff, but I'm not like constantly walking in the pantry. So I didn't even realize that like the pantry was messed up. So they said that they will be coming and ripping out the flooring that's in our pantry up to like the corner of the sliding glass door and replacing all of that. They have to look at the concrete that's underneath the flooring and see what's wrong with it and what's causing the floor in the pantry to be messed up. He said that there's a big dip in the floor in our pantry. So anyhow, they're gonna be coming and doing that. And then the like main design guy, he came and looked at our house and everything, and he was the one who like orders the cabinets and stuff. So he looked at our cabinet, like our fridge cabinet area, and the one bowed cabinet that we have. Apparently the people who came and looked at our cabinets this last time told him there was only one messed up cabinet when we actually had like a couple. So he only ordered one cabinet door. So whatever at this point, as long as our fridge enclosure gets fixed. So he was looking at the fridge enclosure and he was like, oh yeah, that's way off. So they were going to try to schedule cabinetry and flooring to come out on the exact same day. So hopefully Kevin will only have to take one day off. And that's pretty much where we're at. Today, we're still waiting on the other tile person to come, which I feel like it's getting late in the day. It's already 1:15 and we haven't heard anything about the tile person. So I'm honestly wondering if they're even gonna come. They're supposed to come in, acid wash Luca's bathroom. And there's one piece of grout in our master bathroom that needs to be fixed. But it wouldn't surprise me if they just didn't show up. And then for dinner tonight, I'm making homemade cheddar broccoli soup with a keto bread bowl, and then I'm just gonna use my bread that I made yesterday. I made some keto peanut butter cookies for tonight, and I'm about 45 minutes away from finishing this, and then it has 30 minutes. I'm about to do Kevin's bread so it can like cool, and it's relatively easy. It's only 4 ingredients, so I'm interested to see how it goes. So it's made with coconut flour. Let's bang this out. So I'm not sure what I was expecting with making that bread bowl, but that wasn't it. So I'm interested to see how it turns out. Because that's not what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it to be so small, but I guess it kind of makes sense that it's small because like it's keto bread. But on here, it just looks so large and so crispy. And that's a photo that I got from the recipe. So anyhow, baking it for 12 minutes. Our cookies are cooling. I'm gonna do a quick little cleanup of what I've got going on here, and then I'm going to, oh, the broccoli countdown is on my phone. Oh, okay. It says after it cooks for the 12 minutes to then scoop out the center and put it back in the oven for another 5 minutes. So that's interesting. All right, so this is an experiment. Hope Kevin likes it. Okay, honestly, that looks kind of impressive. So I'm gonna hollow it out and then, actually, I think I'm gonna have to let it cool for a second before I freaking hollow it out. But anyhow, bread bowl. All right, it's been hollowed out. The center was still pretty doughy, so I just popped the center back on here to cook. And then I put the top over here. So now we're gonna pop it back in for another 5 minutes, I think I said.
I haven't had this in so long. It's really good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Okay, so final update for this vlog, but the tile guy did show up to acid wash Luca's bathroom, and then after he acid washed Luca's bathroom, he said that he didn't have the grout, the walnut grout, which is the grout that's in our master bathroom, which is what the first tile guy who came out told us. So he was like, they'll have to put in another work order and I'll have to come out again. So now this will be the third time the tile people have come out because they did not have the grout for our master bathroom. So, kind of annoying. And I'm not 100% sure that I see a difference in Luca's floor in his bathroom, but I'm interested to see what it looks like after next Monday when I mop it, because it feels kind of like gritty again. So anyhow, we'll see. Dinner was really good, and now we're just getting ready to relax. I'm gonna finish this vlog. I'm editing it right now, and it's almost an hour and a half, so good God, enjoy this movie. But this, yeah, okay. I was gonna give you an update of like the upcoming vlog, but like y'all can just tune in. Okay.